How are you, bud?
Good, how are you?
Good. All good. So what's the plan? What are we doing?
I kind of just want to, ask you about, like what you do, how you got started, stuff with your motivational stuff, and kind of just talk about what you do.
Sure.
Can you tell me about what you do with being a mindset coach, like what that entitles, and
Sure. Do you want like the nature of the program, how it got started? What are you looking for
just
specifically?
for sure how you got started, and also like what the program has inside of it, what you want to share.
Sounds good. Yeah. So my name is Pauly Long. I just started entrepreneurship back in August. And my Instagram at Pauly Long, PAULYLONG, is the platform that I've used to grow my following, to grow my business, to gain more, of a social presence in order to boost everything and grow everything as well. And my business that I have right now is called Mindset. It's spelled Mineset. And basically, what happened was when I started entrepreneurship back in August, I was trying a whole bunch of different businesses, tons of different businesses. I mean, literally starting, failing, starting, failing, starting, failing. And it wasn't that I was starting a business; it was that I was just trying other businesses that other people had. Because all I was doing was looking for the hot trends that were making money for other people, instead of really focusing on what I wanted to do and what Pauly was interested in. So that's why I was failing all these businesses, because it wasn't truly what I wanted to do. So one day I got invited, because I started posting motivational videos back in I want to say September, maybe October. Started posting the motivational videos with I had an editor that I found, and he was editing them for me. So I started that back then, and it got some attention, and I got invited on a call one night for a network marketing company of a team of girls. There was like 60, 70 girls that did this. They sell like hair products and everything, which we all laughed about since I'm bald. We had a good giggle about it. But they invited me on for that, just to give like a motivational, pep talk kind of call. And so I did that. That was the first time I ever did something like that. And right then and there, I knew, like that was my calling. And I always knew it was my calling. I always loved motivational speaking, but I doubted myself, because in my brain, I was like, all right, I'm just this guy who just started his Instagram, a couple months ago. And who am I to go after motivational speaking? Like, I got to have some success under my belt, right? So I was
Yeah.
pushing it away. And then I did that call, and I was like, wow, what am I doing? Wasting all my time with all these other businesses that I'm not interested in, right? Like I was doing like the Forex trading. I was trying the whole like e-com thing with Shopify and Amazon. I was trying different forms of real estate. Dude, I was doing everything possible, right? ATMs, you name it. I dabbled in it. And so I finally did this call, went home, got a good night's sleep, got up the next morning, and I was my best friend, Colin Yerkson, who I met in Arizona basically what happened was, I'm from Philadelphia. I dropped my whole life, drove to Arizona cross country back in August, and started all this with like no job, no income, no nothing. Met him. We both used to work in the office in his apartment building every single day, 14-hour, 16-hour days. So I went in the next morning and brought my the tripod I had, and we bought like this big huge notebook that you could write on, or notepad that you can write on, one of the ones like that sits on a stand.
Yeah.
And that was the first day that I recorded the very first video for my mindset business, for the program I started. So that is how it started right there. Is I had that realization of, wow, I got to stop messing around and actually do what I love to do.
Yeah.
So from there on out, I recorded the videos, there's 8 video modules in my mindset program. It's on teachable.com. And it entails just different subjects on like how to overcome like lack of motivation and perseverance, how to stay positive, getting past all the stuff that your friends and family throw at you, social standards, right? There's all sorts of topics on there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the motive of mindset is teaching people how to live the life that they truly want to live without being influenced by the judgments and the opinions of others. That's my mission statement. So that is how it got started, and the business itself includes that video program. It includes a Telegram group chat that all my members are in, that we can just kind of pep each other up throughout the day, and then also to get updates on the live calls. So we do one live call, one big Zoom call every week for whoever wants to get on. Sometimes I have a guest, sometimes it's about a different topic, sometimes it's like an anonymous call where everyone just throws in their issues and problems and we talk about them. And that's what it entails right now. In the current process of being built as well is the next tier program, which is going to be called the Mindset 90-Day Transformation. So right now, very, very basic community. It's only $40, one-time fee, no monthly fee to get in, and you have lifetime access. It's all group stuff. 90-Day Transformation is going to be one-on-one. So each person that does this will have their own individualized 90-day plan to completely transform their life mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially are the 4 sections. So this is going to be released in May. Very, very excited about it. My admin, Colton, and I, who was my first member of Mindset, who is now the VP of Mindset. It's pretty cool how that happened. But he and I have been building this program. We're super psyched to launch it, and that's where we're at, man. It's been I launched it January 1st. It's now April 18th, I think.
Yeah.
And things are going well, man. It's really exciting. So yeah, that's how it came about, and that's what it's about.
That sounds really cool. I like the idea of, the 90-day thing with growing as mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I think that's super cool. I think that a lot
Financially, not emotionally. Financial.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
My bad.
mental, physical, spiritual, financial are the 4 sections.
Yeah, that's super cool. I feel like a lot of people need that, especially right now with all the stupid stuff going on.
Tell me about it.
Everybody going crazy. Yeah, definitely one of the things that are needed. What would you say to somebody who wants to get started doing, what you do, doing motivational stuff and coaching people?
Yeah, well, are you saying, what would I say to someone who wants to also get into this business or be a part of my program?
Let's do both. What would you say to what do you think you need to be prepared for to join your program and to get started in motivational stuff?
If you want to join my program, just DM me, say hi. I'm a very personable guy. I love everyone on the planet. I'm very, very humble and grateful for everything that I've been through. And I'm very empathetic towards people. So I'm always here to help. I will let the readers know that I'm always here for everyone. That is how I live my life. I help everyone that I possibly can. Anyone who reaches out to me will always get a helping hand. So if you want to be a part of the program, just let me know at Pauly Long on Instagram. Shoot me a DM, and I'll always get back. As far as someone getting into this business, it all starts with your mindset. You can't coach other people on how to fix their mindset if you haven't fixed yours yet. So if you want to get to this business, number one, I would recommend, I'm going to stand by myself and my product, obviously, and my service. I would recommend at least joining my community. It's $40. What do you have to lose? And listen to the words that I say, because they're very influential. They're very, it's different. It's not your typical, like motivation kind of cliche thing. I'm very, very blunt to the point to get across, the way that I know can help people change. But also self-development books. A lot of books. There's a lot of good books out there. Good ones that have been a big part of my life are Grant Cardone's 10X Rule and Be Obsessed or Be Average. 2 amazing books. Jen Sincero, the author of You Are a Badass, and then her second book, You Are a Badass at Making Money. Amazing books. Classics like Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Those kinds of books, all phenomenal. Start reading stuff like that. You gotta change your mindset. You gotta open your perspective in order to do something like this. You cannot be a motivational mindset coach and not be at a certain level of the way you think and the way you react and the way you live your life. So you really got to develop yourself first, and that's been a huge part of my journey. Is just reading books and listening to stuff, and just like meditation and daily affirmations. And you really got to be on a whole nother level to make sure that you're not just falsely representing a quote unquote motivational speaker or mindset coach and giving people advice that is not accurate based upon the fact that you haven't even changed yourself yet. So make sure you get your own mindset boosted. That would be my number one piece of advice for anyone who wants to get in the motivational speaking and mindset space, is really, really, really grow you first, and then you'll have a much better idea of how to help people the right way.
That's good advice. Thank you.
I was going to say, the one other thing I was going to say too is leverage the power of social media. That's a big thing right there. Without Instagram, I would not be where I was at. Growing your brand, growing your followers, building your content, providing value for all your followers and everyone that lands on your page. That's a huge, huge part of getting into the game these days. Obviously, like social media it runs the world, and we all know that.
Yeah.
You have to use it. You have to have a strong presence in order for people to believe you. It's unfortunate because you could be amazing at what you do, but if you only have 1,000 followers and not enough content, no one is going to believe you, right? And it shouldn't be that way, but it is that way, and that's the the harsh reality of it is you must build your image up, build your social proof and your credibility up in order for people to latch on to what you're doing, and then the momentum will come with that. But first, not only build your mindset, but build your image so that other people can trust you and believe in what you're doing.
Yeah, talking about social media for a second, what do you do when you're making content? Like, I've seen some of your videos on your Instagram page. How does making that, like, what do you do to make that?
What do I do to make the videos?
Yeah.
I just take real life experiences, man. Most of my videos, the idea from them came from something that I counteracted with. Whether it be something I heard for someone say, or something that went through my own mind, something that I was dealing with, something that one of my friends or family was dealing with. That's where I get all my ideas. So, part of my mantra is the phrase "be genuine." I literally have it tattooed on my neck, and part of the reason I got that and what it means to me is just be genuine, be you, be real, be one with yourself, and don't try to do what you think other people will approve of. Just do what comes to mind, right? Say what comes to mind. So with me, when I'm making my content, I just do what comes to mind. I get an idea and I say it, I speak it, I manifest it, I make it come true, and that's where I get all my ideas from my content with the videos and the mindset program. I'm just speaking from the heart, what I truly believe in. There's nothing fake, there's nothing phony. It's all just me being me.
And you live in Bali, is that correct?
My man, I don't even know where I live right now. I'm from Philadelphia originally, and then I like I said, I drove cross country to Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona, back in August. Got there in 3 days, lived there for 4 months, drove back home again, drove cross country back home to Philly to see my family for the holidays. And I was planning on staying in Arizona long term, but when I met my buddy Colin Yerkeson out there, we decided to book that 1 month trip for Bali. So we both went home for like 3 weeks or so over Christmas and the New Year's to see our families. He's from Jersey, so right next door. I'm from Philly, and we saw our families, and then we left the second week in January. Got out to Bali. We were there for a month. I ended up falling in love with it. He wanted to go back to the States, so he left. You got to leave every 30 days when you're out there. You got to renew your visa, or else they fine you. So for me, I made a quick visa run to Singapore. I stayed there for a few days, and I went back to Bali again for another month. And then March 12th was my second visa run, so I booked a 4-day trip to Philippines. Ended up getting stuck there during the lockdown. So I was actually just in Philippines for a whole month, literally like stuck in a hotel doing nothing. And I just got a flight out. I was hoping to get a social visa to get back to Bali, and it did not work out. So I booked a flight to Hawaii. I just got to Hawaii 2 nights ago. So I'm actually in Waikiki in Honolulu right now in Hawaii. So I'm going to stay here until basically the lockdown is over, and I can get back to Bali. And then once we're all free again, then the plan is to go back to Bali and just pick up where I left off.
Well, it sounds like you're having, I would say, fun, but also kind of just all over the place with this dumb coronavirus stuff. How is it over there? Are you guys like allowed to leave and do stuff, or
where are you at?
I'm in Vegas right now, so
nice.
we're kind of not necessarily like told to stay home yet, but it's kind of just all over the place over here.
Yeah. Hawaii they're like super strict in some ways, but then they're super lenient in other ways. Like for me, as a visitor, as soon as you get into Hawaii, you have to quarantine in a house. You can't even leave the house for 14 days, or else you can go to jail for 1 year or get a $5,000 fine. So you have to stay inside. And then after 14 days, it's a whole different story. But everywhere's shut down for the most part. There's a good chunk of places that are still open, but you can go outside and go to the beach with somewhat restriction. But yeah, pretty relaxed.
All right, well that's good because this is just awful. Everybody's just going all over the place. What I saw this on your story. What is the celebrity giveaway thing?
Yeah, so celebrity giveaways are a way to grow your brand. This is what I help a lot of people do because unfortunately the whole algorithm with Instagram these days is super hard to grow followers with. You know, people are posting really good content. It's not getting seen by enough people because of the algorithm, which is just the manner of how Instagram allows your content to be viewed. So celebrity giveaways are a way to gain real followers, which for people who have like under 10K followers and they can't seem to get out of that hole is a great mechanism. Basically, what you do is you enter yourself, and this is what like a lot of actually big influencers do. Even guys like Gary Vee and Grant Cardone,
Yeah.
they've entered spots and giveaways to gain followers, right? So basically, you purchase a spot in a list of 50 people, and what's it called? The 50 people are the ones that get followed by whoever wants to win the cash or prize. The cash or prize being how much the celebrity gives away. So whoever wants to do it, whichever big influencer with 2 million followers or whatever wants to do a giveaway, they're going to be like, hey, I'm giving away $10,000 cash. If you want to win, go follow these 50 people. And then those 50 people paid to get followed by the business page, right?
Yeah.
So it's a really cool way to gain a big chunk of mass, real followers and kind of get yourself into the game, get yourself noticed. People want to follow who other people are following. So the way that this benefits is you now have a little bit more social proof. You now have some credibility. You have a much larger following, which will then attract more followers who are interested in what you're doing.
That's super cool. Super good that people, the celebrities are giving away that kind of stuff and helping out the smaller people. Because yeah, it is super duper hard to grow. I mean, I've been stuck at like 2,000 for forever. But that's a whole different story. It's because I don't post regularly. Do you think posting regularly and like having like a set time, like 3 o'clock on Tuesdays is when you post? Do you think that's important, or do you think you can kind of just like
Yeah,
post whenever?
to some extent. Yeah, I mean, the time definitely matters. When the most people are active, it's going to have a higher chance of getting seen. But the first thing you got to do is not even worry about time. You just got to start posting, man. So for you, like if you want to start growing your page and getting more followers, getting more credibility, for you, I would just start posting. I mean, at least commit to like twice a week. That's not asking for much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like two posts a week. You gotta build up your profile, man. Because when people land on your profile and they only see you have one post, it doesn't really do you a whole lot of good because they're just like, oh, well, this kid's not doing anything, right? He's not
Yeah.
active. He's not doing anything with his life, and that's not the truth. So you got to show these people that it's not the truth by posting more often. So if you at least start by doing twice a week, and that's not asking for much, you'll at least within twice a week, 4 weeks in a month, 8 posts in the next month, you'll actually have like a real profile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll actually have like at least like somewhat of an image, and then 2 months from now you'll have 16 posts. You know what I mean? So it's like that's where you want to be. You want to start at least twice a week, but try to up it to like 3-4 times a week after that. Right now I'm even slacking right now just because of all this traveling. It took me 3 days to get from Philippines to Hawaii. So my business has been slowed out. I've been catching up on a bunch of stuff, but I'll start posting again pretty soon here. But yeah, man, just be more consistent.
All right. What do you mainly post on? Like, have you got on the TikTok kind of thing yet and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
I've been doing some TikTok too, and just creating a bigger social presence. It's really the big thing.
What would you say to somebody who isn't in the best place right now and they want to get out of that kind of spot?
Tell the people who are listening, please reach out to me. I'm always here to help. That's what I do. I mean, literally, I tell everyone who has issues, all my friends, all my family, I'm the guy that everyone reaches out to. So if you ever need anything, if you ever need someone to talk to, you need some guidance, you need anything, just give me a shout, shoot me a DM on Instagram or message me on Facebook. I don't really get back to those that much, but Instagram is the best way to reach me. Please reach out at Pauly Long. But yeah, I mean, it all starts with like I said, just reframing the way you think. That's the biggest part. You can be a prisoner of your own thoughts, or you could be the leader and the king of your own thoughts. And it really all comes down to just making sure that you're on the right frequency with yourself. You're connected spiritually in some way to a higher power, a higher source. You yourself are an entity as well, an entity. Which basically means, understanding that you have a purpose in this world. You may not know what that purpose is, but it's a beautiful thing when you figure it out. So you really, really ought to start, meditating and reaffirming yourself by writing down daily affirmations. Also, I have a 30-day daily habits plan on my website, paulylong.com. It's under the mindset tab. It's totally free. It's a free PDF that anyone can go download. It'll walk you through a whole daily routine of how to go from morning to from wake up to fall asleep within 30 days to completely get yourself on a whole new routine.
His phone, Pauly's phone actually died, everybody. He's not here, but I just wanted to thank him for letting me do that interview. It was really cool. He had some amazing things to say, and I think that you guys could really learn from it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to follow Pauly or check out what he does, and if you guys are not really feeling super good about your mindset, just click down in the description, guys. I'm going to have every single one of his links down there. Just his Instagram, his website, his course, every single thing that you could ever want, guys. Oh, you can't even see my hand. I keep my hand like this. I don't know why. But if you guys want to check them out, just go click the links in the description, guys. I also have some cards up here. It'll just have the links to everything. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Adios.